Um, yes, it's working. Oh boy. Let me go up to the top. Uh, okay. Yeah, it's still going. Microphone's on. Okay. Make sure the mic is uh, working. Alright. Play back. Oh, courtroom. Speakers and recording. AE. 7 sound blasters. Okay, that's working. I can listen, 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 listen. Nope. Okay, now levels, microphone boost is on. That all looks good. All right, so we're looking good. When I started this up, I have this program running. MSFS pop out manager. You can make these displays pop out so they're bigger and you can work them on touch screens and stuff. And it automatically did it when I started this plane. And it's up, there's a monitor up above this one that you can't see. I don't know how to combine the monitors. Probably need a better program, you know. I use OBS. Well, right now I'm using NVIDIA to record. They messed up they took away the streaming part on there for the most part. But, so we're on, we're 26. We're at the judge says the only thing I don't want a document that uh, witness is going to need a flashlight to see it. It's a funny trial, some of it. She goes, the one defense lawyer, he kept going, he kept saying, of course, as after the witness would answer the question, he'd go, well, of course. Well, of course. And the judge, I said, of course, yeah, of course. And the judge, after got tired of hearing him say it, so he said, after, of course. And she said his name, and she goes, no more of courses. And he goes, of course, Your Honor. She started laughing. Yeah. I thought it was funny. I'm watching that Karen Reed trial. This is day 14, uh, up in Canton, around Austin. Her boyfriend was a Boston police officer. She killed him. And there's a lot of controversy and people supporting her, saying she's being framed. I have a hard time. I've been watching the trial, and it goes totally against her character and just, I think she did it by accident somehow. I don't know how, but I think she was pretty drunk. And she's a educated woman, so she's not as drunk. She worked, she taught school later. Before that, she was like a financial analyst or something like that. And so, she's educated. But there were a couple things that were said, and people think that it's like all these people are framing her because they're friends, and some of them are more powerful than others, or I agree, policemen have a lot of power. They could ruin your life. But all these people to all be going along with it, to cover it up for somebody else, it just don't make sense. I think she must be. I'm checking this to make sure this is, if this gets down, here, when you're taking off, the elevator's, just like if I pulled back on the yoke, and it's going to prematurely lift off before your airspeed's up. So it's going to take off when it's just barely flying, and then with the elevator up, it starts going uphill and it slows down real quick, and then you're going to stall. So you want to make sure that's like it should be. These are the panel lights. This, I would think this light is on. Twelve and 9, yeah. Excuse me. Just my drawing too much power for the alternator to keep the battery charged, but it's on 0. That don't make sense. You would think it would be over here charging. Let me flip the alternator off. Okay, brakes on. Let me give it some. There we go. Okay, yeah. It just went up, so it's charging quite a bit. We should have a flight plan in here. I'm going from Spirit to St. Louis Airport is where we're at. Not too far from Lambert. And I can actually, we'll head towards the airport at first. So we can go here. Autopilot. We'll cheat and just go up 3,000 feet. And this will zero the heading bug. So if I fly autopilot heading, it's going to go in that direction. Barometric pressure 29.9 or 2, which I would assume is correct. 3,000 feet. And we'll go ahead and take off. Take this brake off. I gotta switch here. Alright. Oh, I turned off my track IR. Okay, so it's not moving with my head. Brakes off. We gotta put our flaps down 10 degrees, and we'll go full throttle. We're going to kick left a little bit, so I'll give it a right rudder. Okay, 60, we're going to pull back, gradually get off the ground. We want to keep the airspeed climbing. 75, 80. Okay, I can put the autopilot on. Well, tell you what, let's back off on that throttle, get out of the red there, but put autopilot on. with heading, and then vertical speed, we're gonna go up. Vertical speed, we're 700. Don't need to go that high. Try 5 and maintain our airspeed so we don't stall. Talking to us.
126.5 Cessna 67 Echo. Goodbye. St. Louis departure Cessna Golf 267 Echo is passing 1,200 feet, climbing 2,000 feet.
Cessna Golf 267 Echo, St. Louis departure altimeter 29.902 radar contact, continue. Cessna 67 Echo, climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 6,000 feet, Cessna 67 Echo.
I want me to go to 6,000. That's the wind throwing us around. Okay, I'm gonna put it on. We got a map here, and we need to back out to see the GPS. Oh, it's not on. I got turned it on GPS. There we go. Now I think our flight plan must have lost focus here. That's all right. We'll go to here. See if it jumps down to here. Yep. Okay. Now we should see our
altitude.
And we'll GPS. We'll turn on nav for the GPS and start turning. And we're gonna vertical speed. We're gonna climb up to 6,000 feet. Our speed's 80 knots. This is our rate of ascent. We were set to 500 feet per minute. And that the GPS set path, the flight path, it's on target. It's not as wide or bright as it usually is. I wonder what it is. Wonder if there's a setting in here. Okay.
Leaving altitude.
These two kind of don't play well to each other. This is an add-on GTN 750 Garmin. It's pretty nice. I got us going up to 6,000, climbing at 500 feet per minute. The wind is kind of affecting how we're bouncing, going higher, lower, stuff like that. I would say we're level. I would have to look at this. Yeah, we're level. Yeah, if clear day like today, you can look out window and see as much as these gauges are telling you. I'm looking to see if
Altitude.
that's alright. Optimize map frames per second. Safe taxi we went then on. Alright. Transponder and audio. Transponder's on, set to 0331. I don't see anything about the thickness of that line yet. It's a good map. It gives you the terrain for elevation, and if there was a peak that you were going to run into or something, we're only out 5 nautical miles there, but if we go zoom out farther, we could probably zoom out pretty far without having any red going to woods. Oh, should put up the had to cause us to lose. Had to roll back the elevator to compensate. Take the flap off. It's going to go down a little bit. The beacon light breaker's tripped. These have servo motors on them, and the gearing makes them, it actually rotates this thing. So, and with the gearing, it don't have to be a real powerful motor. I said servo, but it's really not servos. They're stepper motors. Or motors with a Hall device, some kind of what I call an emitter wheel. It can have different types of sense. Emitter wheels can have magnets placed on them in different places. Can have light going through a turning clear plastic with maybe some black on it or something, keep the speed. And then stepper motors actually
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 29 or approach via forum transition. Clear to forum.
operate in transitions. As you turn the motor, you can feel a consistent pulse lag, and they know where they are by the pulses. Starts at a baseline and then it counts those. So that would be more of a stepper motor.
Echo, please acknowledge.
Oh, what'd they say?
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect ILS runway 29 or approach via forum transition. Clear to forum Cessna 67 Echo.
They got us landing in St. Louis at 29. We haven't gotten to the star going into the approach. So something I should do is get better gas mileage. We can move this exhaust gas temperature up to line up with that, and then we'll pull back on this mixture, the red knob. That's how much gas is being allowed to go into the carburetor. Right now it's full rich, so whatever full rich is set to, that's how much fuel is being put into it. As I pull back, it's going to reduce the flow of gas. When you do that, it causes the engine to rev higher and run hotter. I fly remote control airplanes too, and when you lean out an engine to tune it like a two-stroke, A 4-stroke, you need a tachometer to tell, but 2-strokes, you can hear by the whine, and as you lean it out, the engine will start as you turn the needle valve in to lessen the gas going into the carburetor. It will rev up and whine, get higher pitch. But there's a point that it's pretty much peaked out where you just kind of know this is it, and then you open it back, you turn it back a little bit to allow more gas, because you don't want it to get too hot and use too less of fuel. It can, burn an engine up. So we're kind of doing the same thing in here. We're going to pull back, and the leaner it gets, less gas, it's going to cause the temperature to go up. And that's how we're going to decide, since we can't really hear it, or it's not as noticeable. So this would be a good way to gauge it. And we're going to start pulling out, and you'll see that needle for the exhaust gas temperature climbing up. I'm moving, and it's still climbing. There's going to be a point where we go so far, and it's actually going to start going back the other way. Okay? It's getting too lean. Too lean. So now we want to feed it, push it back in till it goes back a little bit, so it does. That fuel kind of acts like a lubricant too, or cooling. So now we're using less fuel by doing that. Still want to check our tack, and from the refraction,
1 tree, 2.125 Cessna 67 Echo.
he
Goodbye.
probably told me, tune into another approach. I need to lose some altitude here.
St. Louis approach Cessna Golf 267 Echo 6,000 feet.
Cessna Golf 267 Echo St. Louis approach altimeter 29.92 radar contact. Continue to forum.
Okay, they didn't tell me to go down yet. So we're burning less fuel now, and with this 750 we can actually see that too. Well, here, I'll tell you what, we'll go. I got it. I made up, put 4 things on each screen, and I can go to different screens by this. And this is the second screen. See, it says fuel flow 6 gallons per hour. That's pretty good, isn't it? Of course, we're only going, probably 90. I actually have that too. Oh, wrong button. We have a 2-knot wind blowing, basically tailwind. So we're probably going pretty fast. 95. We're getting the moods, so we'll be going back, but what's the next Green. There it is. Ground speed 110. See our flight plan. We're going to Moods, 5.5 miles from there. And they're showing 500 feet. It's not really showing right, but I want to be at 4,500 here, 3,500 there. Not a lot of distance there. 5.9, 1.8, 4.1, 3. I need to start coming down. Mm-hmm. 3,500, set vertical speed, and we're gonna go down 1,000 feet per minute. We're gonna back off on the you can see us going down here 1,000 feet per minute, and it's going pretty good. Let me back off on the throttle
Altitude.
so we don't get going too fast. See, orange is, I mean, the yellow is okay. We can go into yellow. Just don't get to the red, but I want to lose some altitude, so the slower I go, the more time I got to bleed it off, and it actually helps bleed it off, and I'm going slower. Okay, we hit our turn. Make our UE here. We coming into the flight path, and then we'll make a turn to straighten up. Airport's over here. Hitting it, so we're turning to get in line. There's downtown St. Louis. The
Cessna 67 Echo climb and maintain 4,500 feet.
they're wanting us to go to 4,500 feet, but we're gonna stay here. I think I set it for 3,500.
Cessna 67 Echo, please
Yeah.
acknowledge.
Climb and maintain 4,000
I'm lying to him.
Cessna 67 Echo.
Here's the airport out here. Because we're gonna be here before no time. 4,500 is less than a mile to there. Then it wants us to go down to 35 for, we got to get there in 3.5 miles to Joyce. So that's why I say we're fine. This, like I said, they don't jive. this shouldn't even be here, but I have to put it on and turn auto. It has to be there for autopilot to work on this add-on. That's why it's not all in sync together. Okay, we are down to 3,500, so less than 3 miles will be there. Coming into 30 left. This is 29. No, we're going to 29. That's right. We're going to 29.
Descend and maintain 3,500 feet.
Okay, we are 3,500 feet. Now this is the glide slope where we got to pick it up here. We have to be at 2,200.
7 Echo, please acknowledge.
We have to be at 2,200 feet there.
Descend and maintain 3,500 feet, Cessna 67 Echo.
And we got to be down to 2,200. And see, there's not a lot of distance here, so we're going to go ahead and start going down. We can do it this way. I think it'll work. 35 out, we get to 2,200, and it's armed, and then we use this to I guess I won't. So I gotta get down fast. Vertical speed.
Altitude.
It's just yelling at us because it's retarded.
Cessna 67 Echo, you are 10 miles southeast of St. Louis. Contact St. Louis.
2,200 feet we got to get to there. Pick up that glide slope.
Cessna 67 Echo, did you copy?
Yes.
Tower on 1 tree, 2.475 Cessna 67 Echo.
Our localizer. Oh, we gotta switch it. Yeah, there's the ILS for. Oh, I guess they are having us land on 30. Okay. Because that's the frequency for 30. 111.50. I gotta hit the localizer should be. I'll turn this on. We're on approach, so. Oh, it's not on here. Let me turn it on. Alright, glide slope approach is on now. And we're at 2,200, so we're flying level till we get to. Oh! Could have stalled there. We'll start going down. I'm going to put the flaps down one. It'll start going down on its own to hit the front of the runway. Approach. This should be localizer. Okay, there's the glide slope. And we are on approach. Okay. Here we go. We're starting to descend. We need to keep this, we need to keep that yellow in the middle. And right now it's a little low, so we give it a little more power.
Leaving altitude.
I'm going to give it full ridge too. You're supposed to be full ridge. All I'm doing is working the throttle, the autopilot's controlling everything to get us in the center and the front of the runway. Go down another full flaps. Up there on the runway, now we're a little low. I mean, yeah, a little low. We're a little low now. I was wrong the other way. So I give it full throttle here. We have 2 red lights and 2 white on the right there. That's the right height. And then I'm going to turn the the autopilot off and just kind of cut back on the throttle. That's a stall. That was a stall buzzer. Go ahead and get off the runway here. Contact the ground. Press taxi to gates.
St. Louis ground Cessna Golf 267 Echo request taxi to the gate.
Cessna Golf 267 Echo taxi to gate Echo Tree for using taxiway Juliet Delta Delta Tree.
Using taxi JDD3.
Taxiing to gate Echo Tree 4 using taxiway Juliet Delta Delta Tree Cessna 67 Echo.
JDD3. Okay. Now we got. Let's look on here and see where J is. Here's J. J's gonna go across. Wait a minute. Is that me? Yeah. Okay, so I gotta go that way. J to, wait a minute. J to D. This is D. J to D to D3. Let me see. There's J to D. Okay. We're going to J to D, D3. And we're going to E34. 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 Okay. So we gotta go this way. D to D3. Mm-hmm. Okay. E. It said E3, right? Oh. E34. Okay. E34 is right here. Alright, so we'll just go around this way, but we're supposed to go this way, and I guess this is D3, but unless this says 5, why does that say 5? Well, there's Deer 4. I don't see. I'm just trying to figure. I mean, I know where I'm going. I'm just trying to. Okay, there's D3 there. All right. D3 to E. E34. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, there it says D3 right there. And we're going to E34. Now we should have stayed on that. Mm, mm, mm. Mm-hmm. I'm going to E34 down here. Mm-hmm. 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 I ought to be able to look at the gates here. Mm-hmm. $33, 30. Okay, so. Mm-hmm. 33.
Cessna 67 Echo, hold position, caution, other traffic.
Oh, there it is right there.
Cessna 67 Echo, continue taxi.
Okay.
Roger, Cessna 67 Echo.
Oh. Mm-hmm. 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 Put the brake on. Okay. Made it. Okay. Made it. E3.